This week on the Wildcat Report, a classic book is brought to life on the stage. Leighty discovers a unique way to make money at school. 2 students express themselves through clothing design. And this week's sports with Will Morris.
I'm Natalie, and this is the Wildcat Report. Here at Millard West, many students take pride in performing in musical arts. After months of preparation, the drama department is ready to premiere their show, To Kill a Mockingbird. Here's the story with Megan and Emily.
For the past few months, most students are still getting used to school, but for theater kids, they've been hard at work preparing for the play, To Kill a Mockingbird.
The experiences that we've had as a cast and crew were pretty remarkable, so I thought it's gone really well.
The show has been a work in progress and teaches the students hard work, leadership, and teamwork.
It helps me work with new people, different kinds of people, and it helps me become more a leader because I have to be telling everybody what to do instead of just following other people.
I knew that I always wanted to direct plays as an adult because I wanted to give the opportunity to other people, and I've really enjoyed that. It always keeps me on my toes. It gives me new challenges all the time. It keeps my life exciting and never boring, and it's the way that I know how to express myself by directing a play because it's kind of my artistic talent, I guess.
Everyone is excited to see the final product.
It's so relieving because all the hard work that you put in for 6 or 7 weeks is completed and hopefully people enjoy it.
The experience of seeing it all come together makes it all worth it.
It's so amazing, when the show comes together and everybody's clapping at the end, the audience, and when you know that you did a really good job for the whole show, it's so much fun.
This timeless story is what brings the play all together.
There's a lot of amazing To Kill a Mockingbird quotes. Most of them are said by Atticus Finch, but the whole story is really poignant and meaningful, and especially right now, during an election season and during a time when our country is a little bit divided. It's always good to remember that your neighbor is your neighbor, and that we should treat all people with respect and with dignity, and kind of love your neighbor as yourself. And so I think that the message of the place is amazing, and that's why I chose it.
As the work comes to an end and the cast is ready to perform, all the long hours are paid off when it all comes together this Thursday. This has been Emily Torring and Megan Stevens with the Wildcat Report.
Hey Natalie, have you seen that Oprah commercial where she's I love bread?
I love bread.
Yeah, I have, and apparently a lot of students at Millard West have too, because one student here has made a profit by selling bread from his backpack. Here's Craig and Jordan with that story.
Meet Leighty, a freshman at Millard West. He leads a pretty normal life. However, one thing that makes him stand out of the rest is his passion for making and selling bread. Brett has been making bread for a long time, going out of his way to sell it to students around Millard West.
I kind of make a baguette, a s'more bread, which is kind of like a graham cracker, chocolate, marshmallow thing, and a wheat bread, which is really good. And then I sell a monkey bread and kind of work on a couple other ones.
In a typical week, Brett makes about $20, but on a good week, he can make as much as $60.
It just depends on what people want that week, if they want bread or not.
With his slowly rising popularity around the school, Brett has even given it thought to make this into a business later on in his life.
Yes, definitely. I think his bread is way beyond what he could be doing with it right now. It could definitely be a bigger business than it is right now.
Well, lots of people like to call it Brett's bread. I was kind of against that the first year I had it, but it's kind of grown on me, so that's probably what it ended up be calling.
Well, that's a wrap. This has been Jordan Bohling and Craig Morrissey with the Wildcat Report.
Fashion inspired a student at Millard West to create his own clothing line. Here's Will and Lindsay with the story.
At Millard West, the runway of opportunity materializes before one senior's eyes. This senior's unorthodox style breathes life into an otherwise dry fashion industry.
I feel like he'd bring some original ideas, maybe some different things that people could wear, rather than wear everything that everybody else is wearing.
David Salazar enters the fashion marketplace hoping for renown and a meaningful partnership with a friend.
He came up to me and was like, "Hey, let's just make a clothing brand." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, I just kind of hope that, like, you know, I can make a name for myself, because I guess I was never really popular or anything. It'd be cool to make it doing something.
He kind of pushes the boundaries of what people want to see, really.
Before he knew it, he was plunged into an exotic world of fashion.
The business standpoint, that's like what I am. I have to do all the logistics and stuff.
He's better at math than me. And
a closet full of oversized sweaters and casual dress is inspired by a clothing distributor called Rip and Dip.
I do what like Rip and Dip does. I'm not wearing it, but it's like they don't have like a specific store. Like they do pop-up shops here and there.
However, fashion is still a way for students to express themselves at Millard West.
Fashion vis-a-vis is a way of expressing yourself.
Without clothes and art, I wouldn't be able to express myself the way I would. And I think it just, wearing things the way you want, it just shows you who you are as a person.
The future looks bright for Lonely Corner as t-shirts are coming soon.
Millard West had a good week with sports. Here's Will with the Sports Corner.
Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Will Morrissey, and this is Sports Corner. We're going to start off with football. They played against Papillion La Vista South last week away. The Wildcats, the number 4 team in the state, beat the Titans on the road 31-3. This week they face off on Thursday night against Omaha Bryan. In softball news, the Wildcats defeated Millard North 12-4 in a Mercy Rule victory. That is the 4th time this season they've beat the Mustangs. The previously 2nd-ranked Wildcats look to move up in the postseason points rankings after that game.
Black, Hernandez forced to throw a fastball. Ooh, Lexi belts one in the 3rd duel of the night. Logan Black gets that
fall behind against her, because if you get those two.
Oh, there goes a big shot.
Like something, she's not gonna try to put it in place. She's just gonna foul.
Likes that one. Volleyball lost in the championship match of the Papillion La Vista Invitational. They fell 2-0 against the Monarchs, and they were previously the 5th-ranked team in the state. In cross-country news, the boys and girls teams both competed at the Roy Griak Invitational. Seth Hirsch won the boys division, and the Wildcat boys finished 3rd place. The girls finished 12th, up from their last year's finish of 27th. And rounding out Sports Corner this week will be girls golf, who finished 4th in the Spartan Classic, shooting a team score of 359. Way to go, ladies. That's all we've got for Sports Corner this week. I'm Will Morris. Have a good day, Wildcats.
Thanks for the update, Will. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Sarah.
And this has been the Wildcat Report.